from Riccarton-Spreydon parish. Byron, you're the youth pastor in the church.
Yes, that's me.
And I understand you took a group of young people to Easter camp this year.
Yeah, so we're very privileged to take a group there.
Fantastic.
Huge blessing.
What sort of things happened at Easter camp for your young people?
Well, we sort of had a number of responses. Ones that really stood out to me was actually losing one of my children at one point.
Oh, you lost a young person.
Which was a bit of a panic moment. But then realizing later that night that actually she had wandered off because she just wanted to spend time in God's presence, and so was seeking solitude, had such a profound encounter with God in our big top session. She just wanted that space of silence and to seek God's presence.
Okay.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Other ways that young people responded?
I was really struck by some of the messages of being not good enough. I think so many young people have been told, "Oh, you're perfect. You're good just the way you are," and we think, "Oh, that's sort of a lovely trivial thing," but actually, young people know they're not perfect. They know that they've made mistakes, and so just being assured that that's okay. And that God is perfect, and so having that assurance of your forgiveness, that you've made mistakes, we know you've made mistakes, but that's okay.
Okay, brilliant. So that assurance came through some of the sessions and perhaps some of the speakers.
Yeah, so in workshops from speakers on the stage, but even just in one-on-one conversations and talking to other young people and to leaders, to be told, no, that's like, we've all made mistakes, and that's okay.
So that's about the unconditional love of God in some ways, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so. We're worried that people will see our true selves and then they'll disappear, but actually God already knows the mistakes we've made, and He's still here for us.
Fantastic. And that must have been a relief for some of you.
Huge. So I mean, this massive burden, you see it drop off of people, and this joy. I mean, people dancing and crying out about God's love, and
that's great.
And young people praying for each other. I think it's a beautiful thing.
Okay. Now there was some cues of people wanting to receive words and prophecies and things as well. Yeah,
so we have a prayer tent at Easter camp, and so lines of hundreds of young people wanting to hear prophecy. So they have these prophecy nights in the tent, and I think it's a real call to us in parish life. What opportunities are we providing for our young people to hear God's voice? Quite frankly, I think it's not good enough that people have to wait a whole year before you can hear God speak. I mean, God speaks to us every day. He speaks to us every week in church.
Okay.
Are we providing opportunities for young people to hear God's voice?
It sounds like a great desire among our young people to connect with God in a whole range of ways. That's amazing. It's tremendous. What's happened since Easter camp?
Well, I've seen personally a hunger in my young people, desperate for places to praise and worship God. I'm getting texts and calls from young people asking, when can we worship? And so we were really lucky that in the school holidays we were able to have a worship night in the cathedral. And so once a month we're trying to have this on. And so seeing young people being in that place, but really all generations, we had toddlers through to people's grandparents turning up to praise God, and to the point where we were going overtime, we're having to kick people out. We had been worshipping so late, but a love of praise for God, and then centering that even in our liturgy, kids hungry for night prayer. So being held in that space, but contemporaryizing it, if I can sort of make up a word for that, just bringing their worship styles and mixing it with the liturgical. Really beautiful to see.
Sounds an amazing fusion of sort of ancient and contemporary.
And so just beautiful. I personally just don't think I've felt God move like that in years. And so very excited for the future of our young people.
That's fantastic. Look, I'll pray for your work. It's tremendous to see our young people respond to God in that way, and I pray that it'll be fruitful into the future.
Yeah.
God bless you. Thank you.